Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Scott.
We're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode is brought to you by our patrons, Patreons.
The patron saints of Effects Loop community support.
Yeah. If you can't be an athletic participator, be an athletic supporter. Yeah.
Are you claiming you're the athletic participator?
I mean, I could do some sports. John Daly can golf.
I love that meme of him now.
His whole life is a meme.
Yeah.
It's epic. I saw things saying that they're gonna tap Jonah Hill to play him in a biopic.
I don't know if Jonah Hill can be that strong. I guess he gets pretty deep in character.
Oh yeah.
His public persona is this, oh my gosh, I'm so shy, oh, kind of thing. So, but he does do the dickish thing really well.
Yeah. What was the
He had a cartoon show, didn't he, where he was like super dickish?
I can't remember. No, what was the one with where they were gun runners? Was it War Dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
him and
phenomenal.
Miles Teller.
Yeah, that's the guy who played in
He's in Top Gun.
Yep, and also Whiplash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Miles Teller. Don't you mean an odometer?
What?
Just more dad jokes. I'm pissing DS off today with the dad jokes.
That was, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be an odometer, though. Odometer doesn't measure distance.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes, that's exactly what an odometer does.
I thought an odometer measured speed. Oh,
that's a speedometer.
I'm stupid. Wow. Can we just not do this episode this week? All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm done. I quit. I quit. I quit, Mr. White.
And just like that thing you do gives you new lease on life.
Yeah. Yeah, this episode is brought to you by an interrupting 2-year-old. What, sweetheart? Go watch Frozen.
This is great podcasting.
Oh my gosh. Let me go check, make sure this stupid movie's playing. 1 second. She yelled at me for chips.
Dude.
Are
you sure she's not your daughter?
Oh my gosh.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't eat chips that much. Now, if she was yelling for hot wings or pizza, yes.
If she was tweeting, trying to get someone to buy her hot wings, then I'd be fully convinced she's actually.
Hey, that fucking worked once, okay?
Yeah, it did.
It did. Westminster bought me wings. Anywho, what were we talking about?
I haven't talked to John Rouse in a while. I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Oh, yeah. Are we going to go back to recording, or are we still just recording?
I mean, we never stopped, but we're definitely going to cut that.
Yeah.
So, Diaz, what's new?
I took advantage of the Prime deals and got some cameras for my apartment.
Like security cameras?
Yeah, like Blink, the Amazon ones.
Not cool.
Yeah, no, they had it's because I've already got their doorbell, and they had 3 mini cameras for $45. So
it's not too bad for a price.
No, it was. I mean, it was over half off. It was like 55% off.
Man, remember when like online cameras used to be just crazy expensive?
Yeah, no, these are like pretty decent. You set them up to record whenever I'm not home or when no one's home and stuff like that, and I can log in at any point from my phone. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So I got one for the living room, one for the kitchen area, and one for the hallway.
Nice.
So it covers everything in my apartment except for bedrooms and bathrooms.
Very nice. I took advantage of a Prime Day deal as well.
What'd you get?
I got AirPods.
Oh yeah, you finally kind of jumped over to that. Which I mean,
Yeah, I mean they're not the best sounding things in the world.
they're very just easily accessible and connectable. Like that's one thing that like honestly I absolutely love about mine is I just open them up and it's connected to my phone.
So that is the thing I'm actually liking is I didn't realize how much I would like the rechargeable case part of it.
Yep.
As I have a pair of wireless headphones with my Shores, but I always have to I always feel like I'm always recharging it like every day.
Right.
And so this is a little nicer on that. But the spatial audio feature keeps like kind of turning itself on. Like periodically I'm noticing like when I turn my head and stuff, I'm like, it's off, but why are you messing with the panning? I don't know, I'm having some bugs with it. So
do you turn off you do it where it's
I just do true stereo all the time.
Okay.
Because spatial audio is like how your head's turned in relationship with your phone.
Right.
And I just don't need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm finding myself disoriented from them. Like the noise cancellation on them is really good.
I never turn on the noise cancellation. That actually kind of makes me like dizzy.
Yeah,
something.
I'm having that feeling periodically.
Yeah, I always walk with being able to hear the outside noise, whatever that's called.
I just kicked it to just turn off and just act passively.
Yeah.
Because then you get better battery life anyway. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, been tooling around with those. Today was my first day commuting with them. So, all right.
Yeah, I like them. I think it's just like it's like honestly the connectivity thing is just
they're convenient.
phenomenal.
They're really convenient, and that's the biggest selling point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so that's my new music toy. I haven't bought any guitar gear this week though.
Yeah, I haven't either.
2 weeks in a row.
I know, it's kind of weird.
I am fixing up guitars for people though. Had my buddies he bought which model Martin did he buy? It's the sustainable wood model OM. Might be the OME.
I don't know.
OME Martin. Feature set wise and price point, it's like a really nice kind of spot in their lineup. Yeah, it's the OME Cherry is what he got. So it's cherry back and sides with a spruce top. And actually has fretboard binding and scallop racing and stuff like that, and it's only $2,200 compared to it's a Fishman pickup instead of like a really nice like high end pickup. So like in mine I chose to just get a regular guitar and I put the pickup in. This one just comes with it. But yeah, I mean, for that price point, it's actually just like, it's a lot of features you don't get until you pay another, like almost double that. So, but it didn't come up, it did not come set up very well from Martin and Sweetwater. So I broke out my nut files and took the playing action down to a much more comfortable level and some of that kind of stuff and straightened the neck out. And then we wound up putting 13s on it and it really woke the guitar up. So
wake up. Let's go. Time to sound good.
Yeah, so liked it. I like that guitar a lot now. I did not like it when it came out of the box.
Yeah. See, it'd be like that sometimes. Well, let's move on to gear news. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about this week. Scott, why don't you talk about the first thing? You brought it up. I was supposed to remind you, and I did.
Good job. You're bringing it up and pushing me so that I actually.
I just want you to pronounce it.
You want me to pronounce it, whereas I'm not. is the Makoi. I found a phonetic spelling of it. Makoi. Makoyii. From Native Audio. So this is a website exclusive, so you can only get it at nativeaudio.com. It is his amp-like overdrive distortion circuit. Does
that mean Klon?
No, it does not.
Okay.
It's more like
amp-like is usually like the
usually transparent is the code word for
clones.
Yeah, or
clones.
Yeah. But it was actually he's had sort of a few different generations of sort of this pedal design that have inspired it in the past. Mm-hmm. So he had the Running Wolf before, and this name is actually the word for wolf from the Blackfeet tribe. So gorgeous white and black enclosure, great artwork as well. I've always loved Native Audio's whole just aesthetic is classy and simple and just works really well. So it just continues that line. Comes in at 220, top mounted jacks, buffered bypass design, can run at 18 volts as well if you want to. So pretty cool. Go check them out.
Yeah. Native Audio makes amazing pedals. I got one.
You have the Midnight right now, right?
Yep, V1.
That's a great pedal.
Yeah.
Great pedal.
I still haven't messed with the preset mode.
Have you figured out how to do it yet?
No.
Okay.
I haven't even tried.
You should.
I probably should.
Because it's cool because you can actually you can use ramping with it if you really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us about this next thing coming up here?
So, Digitech posted a cryptic message. They're teasing their return on their Instagram. They did the Blues Brothers clip of "We're putting the band back together." So that's one of those. Digitech's one of those brands that it's been kind of weird because everyone's been like, "Oh, it's like they're out of business," but like you can readily get their pedals.
Well, I mean, they've been kind of in this stage for a while too, where
feels like it's been like 2 years they've been going out of business.
It's been. I mean, Digitech and DoD have been kind of in a zombie brand mode for a long time, where they haven't really felt very invested in. They were just kind of limping along. They used to be part of Harman, which then got bought over by Samsung, and then sold off now to Cort, its parent company, Cortec.
Yep.
So
Cort now.
When they got bought over, that was like a great moment for all. I think we all kind of went, "Oh, good! That means it will actually become something." And so, really looking forward to seeing what comes.
I feel like Behringer would have been a great brand to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, but then like would quality have dipped and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors circulating. We don't really know when or what's coming, but it seems that signs of life are showing. There's been rumors about Tom Cram maybe being involved. I can't substantiate any of that.
Someone made a comment and he made a cryptic comment back about an announcement, and he's like we'll see, like coming soon. But I don't know. Maybe he's just staying relevant, which I don't know why. But
I mean, if Cort really bought all IP properly, they could just kind of keep limping along making the existing product line.
Yeah. People will still buy the Whammy, the Freak Out, the Ricochet, like all this stuff that Digitech does. And I mean, DoD as well has quite a few pedals. The Rubberneck, the Looking Glass?
I think they had one named that. I mean, just the DoD 250 is a classic circuit. Yeah. So, yeah, there's enough legacy to kind of limp along, but I'm really curious where this all goes.
Yeah,
And I
should be
really
quite
hope they
interesting.
don't come out with a tube screamer as their first thing, or a clone. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I
But
really want a Ricochet and a Freak Out.
yeah, both great options. In related news of things that we think we've seen before but are actually new, PRS has announced the HDRX 20, featuring a newly documented circuit inspired by Hendrix's Marshall Plexi. So the HDRX came out, was it earlier this year or was it last year when that one came out?
I can't remember.
But that was a full horsepower,
Like a
size
50
head.
watt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is coming out as a 20-watt version. Pretty affordable.
Yeah, how much?
So it's at 959 euros, so sitting around about the $1,000 mark.
Yeah.
Because we always use these European things. It's actually $800 over at Sweetwater right now
Wow.
for a tube head.
PRS tube head.
Again, PRS amps aren't that expensive.
Yeah, it's really shocking. It's kind of one of those weird things where you expect your amp to cost more than your guitar.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. PRS makes $6,000 amps.
Yeah.
But there's like the Sanzera is like $700 ish. There's a number of affordable options in this lineup, but also a 20-watt head is an awesome place in the market that we need more of because that's actually giggable.
Yeah, the 20-watt head is like that's right a solid spot for tube. I mean, it really is. You don't need 50 watts. I mean, when are you really going to need that 50 fucking watt?
I mean, there's been there has been a deluxe reverb head in the past at 22 watts, and I don't get why that doesn't stay in the lineup. I think maybe it's just because everyone wants a 1x12 combo version of it, but again, that's a great spot. I know that's kind of Victory's territory.
Yeah.
When you think about it. And also they're going, I mean, with the 20-watt head, they're also going quite smaller. It's not a full giant, size head. So you could probably put it on a 2x12 and it would look really nice. Yeah. What type of tubes were they? Did you catch that?
The glass ones.
We're all sitting in silence right now for what you did, Diaz. Everyone's being
All
watched.
right.
It's 2x5 5881s.
That's the power tubes. Yeah.
For the power tubes, and it's 3 AX7s in the preamp.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm not here to impress you. You know who is impressing me? Nancy Wilson from Heart. She's selling a bunch of her stuff, and I really want it. So Nancy Hart is going to be selling their stuff on Reverb, including the SG that she used to play Barracuda live quite a bit.
It's got a big sticker on it, though.
Yeah. It's got the Marine Corps sticker on the very back. And then another sticker that says, support our troops, not those who misled them. So.
What else is in this batch? Any other cool items?
That was like kind of the big thing. There's a few other. There's a semi hollow strat. A couple other things, but yeah. That's the there's a cool 12-string Paul Reed Smith from the 80s
with a dragon inlay.
Yeah, very early Paul Reed Smith stuff. It is not a pretty guitar. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cool.
And when does this all go on sale?
Probably whenever I have no money. I wonder how much the SG is going to go for.
That's always.
Yeah, good point. October 19th.
That's a disappointing dragon inlay.
Yeah, it's in the body. It's not actual like in the fretboard.
It's an interesting bridge design. You don't see a lot of. That's an early Paul Reed Smith design. You don't see a lot of those anymore.
Very early.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is really for a lot of people who are like hard fans. This is definitely one of those things where they're very specific. I do love that SG though. I also love Nancy Wilson though. If you've listened to the show for any period of time, you know that I got a huge crush on her.
Yes, you do. You know who I have a man crush on?
Who?
Tim Henson.
I fucking love the Muppets.
That's Jim Henson.
Okay.
But
I do fucking love this guitar.
So
yeah.
Polyphia has been going around with some nylon acoustic-ish guitars that from Ibanez that we've been kind of wanting to see actually hit the market, and here they are. So they're coming out with the Tim Henson signature, quite affordable.
Yeah, I'm real like this is phenomenal for the price. What was it, like $700?
Yeah,
$699.
$699.
Yeah. So this is very cool. It's a classical nylon style, but it's a smaller body, semi-hollow.
Yeah, it's like an acoustasonic telly in a lot of ways.
Is there a sound hole or is it a flat top?
There is a hole in the upper bout near where your ear is.
Right.
But I think it's a flat open top, or it's a solid top all the way through.
Solid flat top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's been an amazing push of signature guitars that are not very genre specific. Like when you look at them, this is a prime example of you don't have to be a Tim Henson or Polyphia fan to want this.
Yeah, I think what's interesting by Tim Henson doing this is it's going to bring a bunch of prog bros to this. I mean, I'll also say that these guys are kind of young and spit in the face of like a lot of like traditional prog stuff. So
yeah,
Polyphia's fan base is a very interesting market.
Well, this is like, and also it seems like because did he hit it big off of YouTube?
He has a YouTube channel that he does a lot of stuff on.
That's what I saw that. It seems like he's quite big on YouTube. And
that's because I follow him on YouTube, so I constantly send you his videos.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he goes through. He'll do like playthroughs of all their songs, and they do a lot of their production work inside in there.
Apparently, he writes a lot of his guitar parts on the piano.
That makes sense.
That I saw a video that says that he does that. He writes a lot of his guitar stuff on the piano and has to figure it out. That's how he gets all his weird chords and like running lead lines with the chords behind. I don't know.
I mean, that's the other fun part about them is they don't seem as inspired by traditional music as the lot of us. So like,
that's the nicest way to say their music's fucking interesting.
I mean, it's a lot more pop vocal inspired and trap rap, and you're seeing a lot of genre bending in what they do.
It's very interesting, but I want the guitar. It's all right. So like this and the Machine Gun Kelly and the Nick Johnson signature, and you're getting these guitars that are in that $700, like the under 1,000 but above 600 range. That's 600 to 1,000 range. That are great guitars, not genre specific, and kind of. I just don't know how to explain it, but like, yeah, it's a great time. What a time to be alive.
Yes, it is. So it's a Fishman Sonicore pickup, which is one of the more affordable, piezo systems that are out there. It's got a Tree of Life inlay on it as well, which also kind of classes up that price point in a really nice way. It's an FRH body. I don't know what FRH stands for though.
Freaking really heavy.
I need to stop looking at a tweet. Ibanez website. So it is a walnut fretboard, walnut bridge, Sapele back and sides, solid Sitka spruce top. The bracing is fan bracing for FRH. I don't know what FRH really stands for, but. Oh, and it also has a tuner built in the preamp. It runs on a 9 volt.
Oh wow.
Really wide radius though, like 16-inch radius. But yeah, pretty cool. If I run across one of these in the real world, I might be tempted to buy one.
Yeah, I hope they get one at my local Guitar Center.
I imagine though, here's the thing with this is it's going to be really affordable. I don't know. Someone's going to get mad at me for saying this. I don't know Ibanez's out of the box quality at this point because I imagine this is a volume play.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is going to need a setup or not. But at the same time, it's nylon strings, so it should be pretty light.
Yeah.
I just also, one last disclaimer, you will not play like Tim Henson the minute you pull this guitar out.
Yeah.
But it's dope.
Well, we're going to
speaking of not being able to play like this guitar player.
Oh, we're going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum on this price discussion. PRS launches the limited edition Robin Ford McCarty.
200 limited run.
Yeah, $4,750.
That's not that crazy for McCarty.
Oh, it's in American money, and it's the same website I was using earlier. Oh wow.
A normal McCarty goes for what?
I don't know, 2,800 maybe.
Because you also have like the McCarty 10 top, right? So there's a McCarty 594 is around 4,360.
Oh,
so it's not a huge upcharge to go to the model, the artist model here.
Yeah, I still hate PRSs that have stop bar.
I mean, it is one of the fun parts of, but that's the purpose of getting a McCarty, is the more Gibson-y kind of feels. But that is also one of the perks of playing a PRS. Often is having a Strat tremolo style.
But there's something about the tremolo that's so much better than a Strat. The tuning holds a lot better.
Yeah, I mean it's a big reason why a lot of people like the Silver Sky.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Strat with a tremolo that people are really liking. So 1 of 200 at that price point, not that crazy.
No, it's not horrible. So what is Robin Ford's a session guy, right?
Robin Ford's a pretty famous guitar player. He's one of the original Dumble guys.
Yeah, but what was he famous for? Session work?
Blues guitar.
Okay.
He's toured under his own name a bit.
Okay. I mean, like, I've heard his name. I just never knew what I should know him for.
I know him for owning a Dumble, to be honest with you.
I know him for the Vertex stuff. Wasn't he a part of that? Was that him?
I think that was part of the fake
boost?
Yeah. No, I think wasn't he part of the Wah?
Oh, that might.
He might have been associated with the Wah. He might have had he might have been one of the first like pedal boards that Mason did back when. I mean, he still makes pedal boards for guys. Oh.
It was the boost.
All right, there we go.
The Ultraphonics does Robin Ford tone. Open letter from Robin Ford regarding Vertex effects.
Are you deep in a Google hole now? Because I kind of need you to talk about this next thing.
Sorry, I was reading the Robin. I get sucked back into it. I need to talk about the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why, you don't want to talk about it?
No, I haven't read far enough yet.
Gibson Pickup Shop opens for business with historic, original, and modern collections. So now Gibson's doing a pickup shop.
Vintage-minded pickups previously exclusive to Gibson Custom Shop guitars. So they're offering their custom shop pickups.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised it took them this long to do it.
So there is the historic collection, which includes the custom bucker in both double black and zebra. And okay, there's 6 versions of the custom bucker. Jeez.
Yeah.
Gold, nickel, 2 conductor, unpotted, what have you. There's the original collection, which includes the P90 dog ear and soap bar, the 57 classics.
57 Classic Plus,
the Burstbucker Type 1, 2, and 3, and
Burstbucker Pro,
and 60s Burstbucker, and the T-Type, original Mini Humbucker, 70s Tribute, Dirty Fingers, the 490R.
That's in the modern collection.
Yeah.
490Rs, 490Ts, 498Ts, 496Rs, 500Ts.
I could swear they've already been selling a number of these already, but I guess they're just kind of just saying, hey, have at it. You can pick any of these arrangements are available to buy.
Well, these are some of the things that are not readily available, like the zebras, stuff like that. Like, because usually when you see zebras, you're seeing Seymour Duncans.
Are you?
Yeah, I would say, unless it comes in the Gibson. But yeah, this is like just one of those things. I mean, it's cool.
I mean, they're saying, what was it, up to $450?
Yeah,
$489.
Is that for a set or for one?
Pickups range. I'm looking at.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm assuming it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be the historic collection. A match set of custom buckers is $500. $499. The original collection goes up to. Those are all individuals, so they all kind of sit. They're around $150. Like these aren't bad prices,
right? For
PAFs, all things considered. Like Seymour Duncans and stuff in that are in that price range as well. In all this like 120 to 150 range. It's really the historic aging is where they start getting kind of expensive.
The modern collection, they're all like 100 to 120 bucks, 130 bucks.
Yeah, I mean those are the modern collection, but the 490 and the 498 are the ceramic humbuckers that come on the cheap Gibsons. So I just don't know who's buying those, but people who are hot rodding an Epiphone are buying
custom
those.
Custom buckers for 500. I mean, it's still not horrible.
Yeah, this is not. I would not say this is Gibson gouging anybody.
No, this is just offering something that maybe people have wanted and they have it
with a few different kind of arrangement options. I think more than anything, the whole like, oh, do you want it in gold instead of in silver? Do you want it in this? So.
Yeah, I say this is this was a pretty smart move. It's not game changing, but it's just a make sense move.
You know what also makes sense?
What?
Fender offering a new range of the American Vintage 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are excited about these guitars.
What type of people? Who are you even talking to?
People in guitar forums are excited about these guitars.
Are they, though?
I think they are. So, I'm trying to... One of these days, we're going to do an episode. I don't know if it's us, but someone's going to do an episode, or we need to do an episode, or we need to find a resource that is just hey, here is the roadmap of Fender guitars now. For the millennial who hasn't really paid attention since they stopped reading the Sweetwater catalogs in the mid-2000s.
You mean me?
Yes. That's precisely you. And I think that's precisely our market of people who listen to us, unfortunately.
But I don't listen to our podcast.
That's a good point.
So what are we doing here?
I don't know. But this is a new range or renovated range, I think is a better way to look at it. They have a 1951 Telecaster, including ash body, which I thought the swamp ash was the thing going away, right?
Yeah. So like, here's the thing though, the Fender's pretty big about this because they actually took out a big page, like a full page ad. Was it in the New York Times?
I don't remember that.
Or the New York Post? This happened just recently, like within the past few days. Advertising the 51 Telly.
Well, what I would point out is it's a one-piece U-shaped neck. Yeah. That's going to be a chunky boy.
Chunker.
7.25-inch radius, which are in now.
Hey, Ollie, what type of soup do you like? Chunker. Sorry.
And vintage tall frets. So pushing the vintage tall frets again.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something they did with, was it the Ampro 1? And people didn't like it?
I don't know.
We also get the 1954 P bass, precision bass, not P bass, precision bass with the old Telecaster style pickup in it. Two saddle pickup. Anyway,
What?
that's a weird feature. I had never heard of a two saddle pickup. I think that was a typo.
Yeah.
They have the 57 Strat.
Is it a 2-saddle bridge?
That's what I'm wondering. That would make sense, right?
Yeah, because it's 4 strings. You get two strings on each saddle.
Yeah. So they got the 57 Strat, which comes with a 7.25-inch radius and black dot inlays, which is a unique set. It can come in either an ash or an alder body, depending on our choice of finish. There is the 1960s precision base, chunky C-shaped neck, clay dot inlays, slab rosewood fretboard. Are we gonna have to take a break so you can restart Frozen again?
I think so.
All right, let's take a pause.
Hold on. You just hear Diaz. Hold on. Hey, shush it. The candy. You don't need candy. What are you doing? You dropped the candy. I don't need you to tell me you dropped the candy. Hey, here. Yeah, that's your candy. Keep it in your room. Yeah, I turned on the light for you. Alright, hey. Hey. Watch Frozen. You let it go. I'm gonna close this, okay? Oh my gosh. Just tell me she dropped her candy.
I just love that your kid calls you Diaz.
Well, it's not my kid.
I know, but
the kid calls me. Yeah, well, she ain't calling me dad. I ain't her daddy. Please don't put this on the episode. That'd be the one week that Elise listens and gets mad. Oh, or she'd just get hurt.
So we've also got the 61 Stratocaster. Slab rosewood fingerboard, medium C-shaped neck, pure vintage pickups, 61 specs. I just lost my place because I scrolled too hard. 63 Telecaster. Got 66 Jazz Bass. I'm going speed mode now. 66 Jazz Master. That I'm interested in, even though it's a 7.25-inch radius on that and 7.9, but it's gorgeous. 72 thin line Telecaster. To no surprise that's on that list, but they're there with the proper Cunife pickups that Fender has been kind of restarting production on and rolling out in different models. There's a 73 Stratocaster. Now that those are popular again with all the 73 things like the bullet truss rod. Is that when they did the 3-bolt neck?
I can't remember.
In the 70s?
So. Yeah, that sounds right.
There's a 75 Telecaster Deluxe, 77 Telecaster Custom, and that's the range. So many guitars. Nitro, all sitting around like $2,000 something dollars.
Yeah, that one wasn't an American. I'm sorry.
You're fine. That's where the prices are going to be.
Yeah. Well, that's it for our gear news. Are we going to talk about this topic, or are we just going to call it?
I have no idea what we're doing on timing because of all the breaks. So let's just go into it.
Yeah. All right. So I was checking through looking for news, and this article popped up, and of course it's going to be a little bit of clickbait, but it was kind of a discussion that I was like, well, that's kind of stupid in my opinion. It says Fender CEO says company finding out half of new guitar players are female was a quote unquote complete shocker. He also said research suggested many women bought guitars online following negative experiences in physical stores. How is this a shocker though?
You know, if Gibson's CEO said this, could you imagine the boil over outrage that would hit?
Yeah.
and talking
And
about
that
how it's
also,
an out of touch boomer and blah 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 blah. But
yeah.
Fender said it, so here we are.
He said everyone had an opinion, but nobody had any data. So we gathered it, and out of that came 5 insights that guide everything we've done since. So it seems like this was kind of why they've kind of geared more towards women, anyways. It talked about why they're online, because brick and mortar stores make them feel left out. They get overlooked, or the way they're talked to. And then also like some of the influences of women, and the women we're predominantly buying acoustic guitars. Women were buying guitars online because the brick and mortar stores there's no one to relate to, and it's just kind of a thing. He said it influenced their marketing, their artist signature series, and it essentially created Fender Play, their online education platform.
The Fender Play one I find a little interesting. Is that so? I mean, if some of these make a lot of sense. Not that I can like necessarily relate with the experiences, but going into a store where you don't feel welcome sucks.
I would say that almost everyone can kind of can experience or say they've experienced that. I've been to guitar stores where you don't feel welcome. Now I was in down in Muscle Shoals, and I went to Muscle Shoals Guitar Boutique, and that was a phenomenal experience. I walked in, the guy's like, "Hey, it's like, don't worry, I'm not here to sell you anything. Here's a bunch of cool fucking gear. Have fun."
Yeah,
literally that was it.
In very recent years, my guitar store experiences have gotten a lot better.
Yes.
And I'm sure lots of that has to do with the fact that I'm a mid-30s yuppie white man.
Well, also the fact that you're now walking in knowledgeable and you have that confidence.
And I'm actually a lot more confident of a player than I was 5 years ago too.
Right, and that's a big thing. There's hell, even when I go in a guitar store, like I'm like, oh shit, like I hope I don't fucking suck in front of all these people that I'm never gonna see again. You know, like you get that kind of like nervousness, but also I do feel like there's a kind of been a turn too in the attitude towards women in guitar stores. Also, I've seen a lot more female employees at the guitar centers I've been to, and a lot of the guitar shops. Which has been really cool as well.
I don't think I have noticed that trend, but I barely go to guitar stores anymore either. I mean, that's the other part of this. Like, bear in mind, again, I'm not trying to discredit anything here, but it's actually funny of how many of these, complaints I'm seeing about guitar stores that they're listening to women on. I'm like, I have that same problem. I can share that. I'd rather go online half the time because I don't want to deal with a guitar store.
Right. And my guitar center is really cool. It has quite a few female employees. Actually has a transgender employee, which that was very interesting.
I think I've met more transgender employees at guitar stores than I actually have.
I feel like you've met more transgendered employees than female?
Yes.
Well, shit. Knoxville, Tennessee is a little more diverse than I thought.
I've only met one female guitar player. It's not guitar player. Locally, guitar store worker. But anyway, I don't think that's the sticking point I really need to sit on for too long here. So congrats, Fender. You listened to your customers and adjusted your behavior, which is exactly what companies should do.
Yeah. The world's progressing. Society's progressing. The guitar world can progress with it.
Maybe not. But I mean, there's going to be just as much of back in my day, gatekeeping as well. But yeah, it's good to see changes made. It is an interesting justification. I don't know. You know how like I'm stuck being a cynic all the time about everything.
No.
Coming out and saying some of these things, I kind of feel like these are virtue washing, some of these statements. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we started dealing direct and online so that women could have a better store. You also got to keep 40% more of the money in the process if you're selling your guitars. Right. By not wholesaling through Sweetwater anymore, but charging the same price.
Well, I would say that Is Fender not on Sweetwater?
They are.
Oh, okay. You meant like getting the sale on their website instead of through Sweetwater.
When Fender sells a guitar through Sweetwater, I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
their ratio is, but Fender only gets like 40 to 60% of that sale price.
Right. I know. I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, no. I
So
know
it's
how wholesaling works. I thought you were talking about, well, when you use that as an example, it sounded like you were saying they didn't sell on there anymore. And then I was getting clarification that they were just making more on their on their direct to consumer sale than
direct
wholesale.
selling direct lets you double dip. It lets you play retailer as well and recapture
Right.
that value.
Right. I watch Shark Tank. Calm down. I'll give you $40 for 10%.
Of this podcast?
Yeah. Oversell.
How much business have you done in the last 6 months?
Yeah. Risky business.
If we said we're on a Patreon, I think Mr. Wonderful would be immediately out.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah. he would want 10% in perpetuity. Anyways, yeah, I understand that this seems kind of, I would say that this is a smart move on Fender getting this article kind of pushed out because it's still separating them from the pack.
I mean, it's separating them from like, yeah, Dean Guitars is not publishing about how they're making guitars more available for women right now. And Ibanez
No, they're just
isn't.
publishing about how their president's a jackass or their ex-president of their company was a jackass.
There's that fun aspect. Yeah. 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 Is Schecter still doing booth babes? You know, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's still some draconian, or not draconian, what's the word I'm looking for? Neanderthal kind of behavior.
Klops.
May still exist. It may still exist.
So I've got my vacation request form for 2023. And I'm thinking about taking a week off in April.
Are you going to try to go to LA?
I'm going to request the week off and see what happens.
Oh gosh.
So
Winter NAMM is, or LA NAMM is a lot bigger
yeah,
than National
I know.
NAMM. But what's really nice is you can get outside and take breathers a lot.
Well, it's more or less the fact of I kind of just want to go and hang out. Like, I really don't want to go and cover it. I just want to go and take a vacation and hang out.
Yeah, do it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm going to start looking. I'm going to request that week off, and I'm going to start looking at booking plane tickets. Is it better to book them farther out or yeah?
I don't know right now because I mean your plane tickets right now is so fluctuating with the price of oil.
Yeah.
And so are you betting on the price of oil going up or down is the real question right now. So sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. Tough to say.
Yeah.
Tough to say.
All right. Well, you know what? It's also tough to say goodbye. It's tough to say goodbye to you guys. Every week we have to do it. It just breaks my heart. Not
Bye,
really,
guys.
but go to theeffectsloop.com and it has a link to all of our cool stuff, including our Patreon, which that one's just patreon.com/theeffectsloop. And big shout out once again to all the people who are supporting the podcast. If we owe you a direct shout out, let us know. Feel like we're all caught up. I think we're all caught up.
Tony one?
Tony, yeah, I think so. Tony
Okay.
McGraw.
Yeah. Have you sent your handwritten note to
Ben? No, because he owes me a pedal. I'm holding my handwritten note until I get my pedal. So
if you want your Patreon privileges withheld until you do services for DS.
hey, I already paid for the pedal. Okay, thank you. I paid ahead of time. Anywho, yeah. So, thanks for listening, guys. It's been fun, and we will see you next week. All right, bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Au revoir. So that was an episode.
It sure was from start to finish.
Man, we episoded all over that episode.
Yeah, sorry about the little midget.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, Lois,
Whoa.
this is not my Batman cup. I found my Batman cup actually. I've got the old like it's either McDonald's or Burger King glass Batman mugs.
Those things used to be. Did you just never stick it in the dishwasher, or is it like that? Like, you know what I want to get?
It's the clear ones.
I want to get a set of the old Pizza Hut glasses. The plastic glasses they had at Pizza Hut, where they were kind of
red ones.
Yeah, they were red. They're kind of textured and they're thick as hell.
Yeah,
I kind of want.
Yeah, those are just like. There's a lot of restaurants that still just use those. Those were like industry standard at one point.
Yeah.
Because right now, the last time I worked at Pizza Hut, they had the clear Pepsi glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The ones you were thinking of are back when they had Coke.
Oh, is that why?
I'm pretty sure Pepsi or Pizza Hut was a Coke company at one point, and then Pepsi bought them.
Huh.
I could be wrong, though.
Isn't it crazy to think that so many restaurants are owned basically by soda companies?
Yeah.
Actually, at one point, some of the movie studios were owned by who Coke owned. Who was it again? Was it?
I don't know.
Was it Warner Brothers? I'm trying to remember, but yeah, it was just like product placement in movies.
Yep.
Crazy.
What are you yelling for, you turd?
All right, I'll let you go, man.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
What?
Dictionary, why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love, energize lives together. We undefeated, a plan to make weathers, no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in community that remains happy. Ever after, the world should be one, hate annihilated, every heart is one, love again. So don't buy the hate.